I had a guest recently that said we're going from the internet of information, and blockchain represents the internet of ownership. It's a very powerful concept. And I think people that are new to crypto, they just see these tokens going up in price and they think it's a way to make money. But when you go deep on this, and I've had a lot of deep discussions with Yatsu of Animoca Brands, and it's a philosophical change. It's a human shift paradigm change where there's ownership for the first time. Not only ownership of the digital assets, which you don't have in the Web2 world, but also ownership of the protocol itself. So if people go now and buy some E4C, like you said, when the protocol does well, they do well, and they get to be involved in the governance. Is that what you think builds those great communities in Web3? Is it the ownership layer, or is that just one of the factors?
It's one of the factors. I think ownership is a great way for incentivization of people to support you. And that's the spirit of Web3. But it's not just that, right? Web3 has so many other things that can really help, games, gaming industry, or just even any industry. Look at, for example, what's happening now in deeping. Things that used to take Google like 10 years to do. Now with community driven, you can do it in a few months. So I truly believe in the power of Web3 because it is a great way to incentivize people to change the individual behaviors and leverage the entire world, the entire community for you to help you do things. And I think that's the magic of Web3, and that's what we're here to leverage to change the gaming world. I mean, we are here, right, building a mobile game that is otherwise super, super expensive to acquire users. But now we leverage Web3, we leverage a community. We realize that we can make it go viral. People will refer their friend to play the game, and then we can lower our customer acquisition cost by so much with the magic of Web3.
Yeah, we've invested in another Web3 game called Shrapnel, a completely different model, people from the States. But I was sitting down with their CEO and he said, Brian, this is so different than Web2. With a 10th of the audience that we would need in Web2 or 100th of the audience, we can actually make this thing work because those individual members are so much more engaged. They're spending more money, they're more time, more of their attention on this, and they're hardcore fans. And so we can make this work in the beginning with a smaller number of people. And I think even luxury brands make a lot of their profit off for a few people. And I don't think it's a coincidence they've jumped into Web3. These 200-year-old French brands are embracing an NFT because I think they also understand their community and how important that community is.
Yep.
And it looks like you're seeing the same thing with what you're doing there.
Yes.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside I view is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.